any jail I go to, I get a phone, I'll get drugs, I can get a knife, anything you want. So when I had a phone, people just say, "Oh, make bare funny videos, make funny videos." I will do funny videos. Next minute, I don't know how famous I was when I was in jail. You know what I mean? But people are saying, "Likkleman, you're viral out there." I'm thinking, how? They're like, "Just you're a gangster midget in prison." You know what I mean? Giving it 10 stacks. You know what I'm saying?
What was your relationship with your parents like?
My dad was an importer, drug importer. He'd done 10 years in Panama. Then that's why I never had that father figure, so that's why I was on a rocky path, you know what I mean? It was just me and my mum and my 2 sisters.
Can you tell me about your childhood? What was it like?
It was all right. It was, I used to go to primary school in Rugby. I was there till, like, was it, I can't remember, was it year 6? And I got kicked out because I brought cannabis into the school. Tried selling cannabis, got kicked out of there. Then I started going to, you know, the naughty schools you used to go to and whatnot. Oh, this is, can I start again? Start
Again, yeah. Yeah.
I went to a primary school, and after that I went to boarding school. My mum sent me to boarding school in Scotland. So yeah, it was a bit of a mad roughy patch.
Why did you get sent to boarding school?
Naughty little Don't know what to say, innit? It was a bit mad because obviously I was the only black person there, you see, because it's in Scotland, Cumbria. I remember my mum used to drive, we said we're going to look at a school. I remember I was in this cab for like 4 hours and I was like, hey, where are we going? And obviously when I got there, it was some big massive mansion just full of white people, no one out, there was no coloured people there. It was just me. I got dropped off, mum drove off, left me there. I was an Aggie person from a young age because I've never had that father figure, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to do what I want. And it was just me. Obviously I was young and I was about 10 years old. It was just mad.
How were others treating you?
It is, because I was small and I was different, it's a bit, they liked me, but I don't know, man, it's hard to explain. I don't know what they were thinking in their head, you know what I mean?
And how much did you know about dwarfism whilst you were growing up?
Nothing really, because I've never been around small people, I've never been associated around small people, you know what I mean? No one in my family's midget, dwarf, he's got chondroplasia. No one in my family. Obviously, small people who got chondroplasia got big bums, big heads, and small limbs in it. So obviously, I can know I'm different.
When and how did you get into crime from there?
It was just the people I was with in it. And when I went to boarding school, I was there till I was 13. I'd done a robbery up there because when we used to come back, used to go home leaves. I used to go home. I used to get tobacco, cannabis, whatever I can, and bring it back. Then when all the lads get back from their families, back to the boarding school, we used to just run away and just try to escape and whatnot. And obviously one time we ran off, there's about 10 of us. We must have broke into one house. One of the lads killed a chicken, bare over madness, and got bare drunk, and one of us had to get his stomach pumped. It was crazy. And obviously they kicked me out of the school for that. I went to court up there and everything. And obviously ever since then, I started going in and out of prison from a young age.
How old were you when you first got to prison?
13, 14.
How many times were you in prison in general?
14 times. Not all together, in and out, in and out, in and out. You know what I mean? I was high profile to the police. My door was coming off every day. It was crazy, man.
When you think about all of that time in prison, what was life there like?
When I first went to jail, it was all right because everyone used to love me in it. Like all the big gangsters, like how you say it, the gangsters they loved me in it because I was small and I was gangster, and it was different to them. You know what I mean? So because I was small and I was on it, I didn't take no from nobody. They were like, yo, you're with me, you're with us. You know what I mean? No one could touch you. But you know, because obviously I was getting too comfortable like that. All the big boys say, yo, little man, just calm down a bit, you're getting too cocky. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting too comfortable and I'm thinking no one can touch me. You know what I'm saying? But I've had a couple of issues in jail. I've been stabbed in jail. You know what I mean? It's just life, innit? It's what you go through. But I'm just a small man. I just don't take no from nobody. You know what I mean?
Did you ever feel that you were taken advantage of?
Yeah, a lot of times. People used to make me do things I never wanted to do. They used to make me rob things and take the things off me. Just loads of stuff, man. You know what I mean? Back then I was young, I was vulnerable, I had nothing, you know what I mean? I would say I was scared of them because if I wasn't scared, it wouldn't happen, you know what I mean? So I'll say, yeah, I was scared of them. because I'm not like obviously Likkleman gangster in jail. Obviously, I'm well known in it. So any jail I go to, I get a phone, I'll get drugs, I can get a knife, anything you want. So it was just me. So when I had a phone, people would say, "Oh, make bare funny videos, make funny videos." I will do funny videos. Next minute, I don't know how famous I was when I was in jail. You know what I mean? But people are saying, "Likkleman, you're viral out there." I'm thinking, how? They're like, "This you're a gangster midget in prison." You know what I mean? Giving it 10 stacks. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of funny videos would you make?
I'll run across the floor like a dog. I'll slap people with flour. Just bare mad stuff, jump in water. It was just mad. It was just reckless stuff, man. It was crazy.
Yo!
So when you got out of prison in 2019, what were you doing? What was life like?
It was crazy. It was just something different. I've never, you know what I mean? It was so different because I come from a poor background, you know what I mean? I come from poverty, you know what I'm saying? I come from a council estate when I have nothing. I have to usually rob to put food in my mouth, you know what I'm saying? It was just mad. You know what I mean? I come out of jail 2019, I got famous. Yeah, thank you everyone, but yeah, you know what I mean? You changed my life. If it wasn't for them, I'll be still in jail, in and out of jail now, I reckon. But when I come out of prison, it was just like Lamborghini, Ferrari, Porsche outside. I was bare confused because obviously I don't know that life, you know what I mean? All I know, go rob this and you feed yourself, or go rob this and put clothes on your back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just crazy, man.
Would you say basically social media is what helped you to get out of that life?
Yeah, the fans have helped me because if it wasn't for them liking me and, you know, etc., I wouldn't be where I am now. You know what I mean? But yeah, the fame did help me. It stopped me because obviously I've got something to lose now. Before I never had nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? I've got a beautiful daughter now. I've got, you know what I mean? I can't just do that. I can't follow my dad's footsteps.
How did it happen that you got into boxing?
Because I've got a heart of a lion, yeah, I don't care. I'll like challenge anything. My boy Shaq come to us and said, "Yo, put him into boxing because he can fight. He's active." You know what I mean? Because obviously Shaq knows me because he's my good friend. We started getting into the boxing thing. The bouncer was like, "Are you sure? Are you comfortable with boxing?" I said, "Of course I am. You're mad. Anything is a challenge."
What was your very first fight?
Salim, he's from a French lad. I reckon that was the best fight I ever had. Because it was just me. It was mad. It was crazy. I loved every minute of it.
How did you feel after it?
I was upset, man, because I was thinking, right, I actually won. You know what I mean? Because everyone used to doubt me when I was my young age. I was like, "You can't do that. You can't do this. You can't ride this. You can't shoot this." You know what I mean? It was just mad. But when I won, I thought, yeah, man, I'm a king of this. I can do it.
Do you see yourself like as an advocate, as a representative for the people with dwarfism?
What does that mean, like?
Well, basically the fact that you've made a great career
Yeah.
as a boxer. You broke out of a life of crime. Do you think that you're an example for?
Yeah, of course.
dwarfism?
I'm a role model to them. You know what I mean? Like, they look up to me. Everyone looks up to me because you know, it is as well. Because I'm so small and I've got confidence. I went through the craziest of life. You know what I mean? So that makes me the man I am. That's why I'm so just me, innit?
About the crimes you've committed and things you've been through,
Yeah.
how do you feel about it looking back now?
Obviously, I regret everything I've done, but obviously, everything I did was for a reason. It's not just because I wanted to do it. It's not just because, I thought I was a bad boy and I wanted to break into this person's house or take this person's thing or pull a knife out on this person. It was not because of that reason. It was because I had to do it to feed myself, feed my family, or protect myself, or someone made me do it. You know what I mean? It was never because I wanted to do it because I thought I was bad or anything like that. It was just the lifestyle I got brought up around and the gangsters I was around. I never had my parents and that, they never taught me nothing, you know what I mean? It was just eat, sleep and shit, you know what I'm saying? Get up, go to school. But I never went to school because I would get kicked out. And that's why I got sent to boarding school. Then I got kicked out of boarding school, then I started going to prison. So my life was in prison. I'm 24, mate, I can't go back to jail. I'm famous now, I've got a good career, you know what I mean?
What would you tell someone young growing up with dwarfism now? What would you tell them? What advice would you give them?
I'll tell the younger person like what's got contraplasia, like just I don't know, man. It's crazy, man. Just don't. It's easy to say don't listen to them. Just get on with your day and just focus on it. Just think about. I don't know, man. It's mad. Because certain people take things different, man. They take things to heart. They you know what I mean. They will hold it in, and next minute they will just blow it all out in one. It's different, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. But what I'm saying is just if I can do it, you can do it. You know what I mean? Like. Everyone's human, innit? No one's no different. No one should be treated no different. Everyone should be treated the same. black, white, small, big, fat, you know what I mean? All of that. But
What would you say to your fans out there?
thank you very much for changing my life for me, because if it wasn't for them following me, showing me love and respecting me as me, I wouldn't be with the situation where I am now. I'll probably be still in and out of jail like a f***ing idiot. But thank you very much, and stay blessed, people.
I actually thought he was gonna walk off, and I see him look at me, and he had a thought, and now I know what the thought was. I've got to kill him. And he just walked up to me, and he just went, bang, bang, straight in the head.